In terms of putting songs on YouTube, sometimes people ask, how do I do that? How do I get songs on YouTube and make it legal and do it all the right ways? First of all, if you didn't write the piece of work, there's almost always going to be some sort of permission or license that you'll need to get, just because you're using someone else's material and putting it somewhere. And so there are lots of services that you can use to get that for contemporary music. Places like Louder, places like wearethehits.com, you can go and use a service and search their database and request to do a cover of a popular song. And if it's in their database or they can connect you to the right people, then you will receive what they call a sync license that allows you to put it on YouTube, kind of in a simple form, put it on YouTube and release it for this specific instance, for this specific version. Selling it is a different thing. There are other kind of copyrights that you have to get through that if you want to do that, in places like Louder or other kind of similar licensing companies can help you get the proper permissions to do that. But it's totally possible to do, and to do inexpensively, and to do the right way, and to do it legally. But it just takes a little bit of time to kind of figure that out. One thing that we found in Vocal Point that we love is sharing the inspirational music. And a lot of those old hymns and songs that were written a while ago are what we call public domain, meaning that there are no longer licenses that are attached to those. So you can publish, upload, distribute all you want, and it doesn't cost you anything, because the publisher or the composer, whoever owns the rights to that song, have either passed away or a certain time period has passed, and you no longer have to kind of pay those royalties. And it's great to find those kinds of songs, because then you don't have to worry about doing anything wrong in terms of the licenses. I know a lot of people want to do music and they put it online. They don't even realize that there's those kinds of other permissions and licenses to get. So those public domain songs are always a really safe bet. But again, with the popular music, there is a way to do it legally and the right way. And so louder.fm is a great way, a great kind of channel to make sure that you're doing that the right way. In terms of uploading songs to YouTube, wearethehits.com is an amazing resource. It has most of all the popular songs today, and if it's in their database, you can upload it, and you have the right permissions through this company, and they'll pay them a portion of the ad royalty, and you and whatnot. And so I think it's important, especially as people of faith trying to spread positive music, that we don't rip off the musicians that we're covering. And so making sure to do things the right way is always a priority for us. And so yeah, I think it's something fun, and takes a little minute, but you eventually kind of get the hang of it. YouTube has kind of created a whole new monster in the licensing for sync, what they call, matching picture to audio. Because before YouTube, it was just like television or video that was kind of the syncing process. And so the fees and the processes involved with getting sync licenses for stuff like that was pretty extensive and expensive, because typically it was used for a motion picture or a national television broadcast. Now, when people just want to do small things on YouTube, it's kind of created a whole new dialogue for the right way to go about getting permissions. And so this website, We Are the Hits, is a great way to put something legally on YouTube and not have to spend hardly any money. If they have the song that you're looking to cover in their database, there's actually, to my knowledge, no cost to you if you go through their website. All of the money exchange happens with the ad revenue, so they will claim a portion, and then because you've uploaded through their service, they will kick back a portion to you as well. Now, that's only for the songs that they have in their database, but it's a great way to do that with the popular music and do it the right way. Selling music, like on iTunes and whatnot, is a whole different kind of ballgame, and there's kind of a lot of stuff that goes into it. And so getting the licenses to sell music or to publish sheet music, that's a little bit more complicated. But again, places like louder.fm are great resources to help you do some of that. But in terms of uploading stuff to YouTube, that part of the business and the music business is kind of shifting and talking and changing, and the dialogue is happening, because that's become such a huge part of our entertainment and media consumption. And so if you do have questions, I would recommend looking on wearethehits.com and similar websites because they have FAQs and they'll make sure that you're doing things the right way. If you're looking to sell music because you're making money off of that music, that's when you get a little tricky and you do have to pay license fees and upfront costs, depending on how many CDs that you're going to cut, or if it's all online. Your licensing fees can be anywhere between a small percentage to a $10 to $100 fee plus a percentage. When you get into bigger scale stuff like network television and motion picture, that's really quite expensive. But people can create content online, do it legally, do it the right way, and it's not crazy expensive if if you're going through the right channels. And so do that. If you do a tiny bit of research online and make sure you're using the right companies or you have the right connections, I'm a firm believer that you can do it and you don't have to have a ton of money and you can do it the right way.